scheduled. Thinking about it. Woohoo.
Here
Here it comes. There we are. We are now live. Hooray. Hello, everybody watching on replay, and hello, everybody here in real time. This is going to be a fantastic Friday. We are the Mad Scientists. I'm Mad Frankie down here, and this is Violet Tiger over there. And together we make the Mad Scientists. There we go. Woo.
Fantastic scientist. There we go.
Fantastic scientists.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Belinda. Paula, hi. Thank you for staying awake and away from your dinner. Hi, Yolande. Who else do we have here? Kathy.
Kathy, Paula, Belinda.
Yeah.
Colleen. Hello, Colleen.
Colleen, there she is. She was in and she had to pop out. She'll be right back.
Otherwise known as Yolanda. Right, yeah. Today I want to talk about aphantasia. Okay. Basically, I am a fantastic artist. I'd love to be able to say that. Now, aphantastic. If you are aphantastic, it means you do not see visual things in your head when you close your eyes and are asked to think about and imagine something. Say, for instance, a purple giraffe with green spots, which is why I painted this. A purple A for aphantasia with purple with the green spots, and I'm starting on the giraffe in the shadow.
Hold it up a little more. We can't see the giraffe. There you go. There you go. He's down at the bottom. There you go.
I'm drawing him that way around because he's in the shadow, you see.
Yes.
Because there's lots of things you get asked, but the A was the important bit, I thought. It's because I'm quite thrilled to have found this out. I mean, I remember talking about it a while ago, but I was obviously thinking about something else and wasn't really paying much attention. And I know Yolanda mentioned it before, and Violet and I talked about it for a bit. But I must have been really intensely into something else because it didn't register exactly. So I've now had a look online at various things and found out a bit more about it. Mm-hmm. And it's not a disability; it's a different way of thinking.
Yes,
that I can figure out.
Exactly.
Because it means that there are some people in the world, quite a lot of people. In fact, if you're aphantastic, then you're about 2% of the population. They're saying, but I just think that's just that nobody else has come out the woodwork yet. Because it's not been around for long. It was first talked about in 1880 by Francis Galton, and it didn't have a name then. It has been given a name in 2015, would you believe? That soon, that little time ago, by Dr. Adam, can't remember his other name, starts with a Z, and he's in the University of Exeter. So he is doing research into it, and it's just fascinating. What it is it seems that most people, when they're asked to think of a purple giraffe with green spots, they get an image of a purple giraffe with green spots in front of their eyes. And more often, if their eyes are closed than if their eyes are open, it seems to be easier to do it that way. Me, I close my eyes, think about a purple giraffe with green spots, and all I see is blackness. Nothing. And it's always been like that. So I can't imagine being able to do that. It's just not something I've been able to do. So there we go. And just think of a fantastic artist. Kathy, I'm a fantastic artist. I happen to be a fantastic artist.
I think you're combining words there. I think it would be, now I could be wrong, but I think it's more along the lines of aphantasiatic.
No, aphantastic. It is aphantastic. I've seen it written down. But you have aphantasia.
And I think the guy you were thinking of was Adam Zeman.
Zeman. Okay, right. Yep. Could well be. Yep. He's the one running the research at University of Essex. Okay.
Yep, that's it. Exeter. Yes.
I just thought it was interesting. And it's been When I found out about it and found out about the research and looked into it a bit more today, it was as if it had freed things up for me, because I thought that my lack of memory, my inability to remember things, remember where I'd put something, find these stupid things when I'd seen them that day when I was searching for something else. I thought it was the beginning of dementia, because my mum died of dementia, and I've always been really scared of it. So it's nice to find that I'm an aphantastic, and therefore I might not come down with dementia. It might be just that I've got aphantasia. That might be what's going on with me at the moment. So that would be a great relief if that was the case. Of course, that doesn't say that anybody with aphantasia can't end up with dementia, because they don't actually know what causes dementia, not properly yet, do they? So
what did you say to me earlier?
That was all.
The thing you said to me earlier really made sense. I'm going to read you what Yolande said. She said she was pretty upset when she first found out. It took her a few months to come to terms with the fact that other people could actually see things with their eyes closed.
Yeah.
So what did you say to me earlier that I thought was really a great attitude about it? You said,
what did I say?
You see, there's your memory going again. About, will it affect you? How does it, now that you know, does it change everything? Does it change you?
No, of course not. I'm 65. I've had this all my life, as far as I can remember.
Yeah.
And the only one thing that I can think of that, well, there's two things really, but one thing in particular I can think of that sort of is different is that I was once, many years ago, able to have a recurring dream about flying on dragons. And that was vivid to me at the time. I don't remember what it looked like now, because I've never been able to do it again. But I had it for about 4 nights. I could go to sleep going, I'm going to go with the dragons again tonight. And the story would advance a little bit more, so I'd get a little bit more of the dream. And that seems there are aphantastics who have that, who have had that.
Yep.
And also, when I close my eyes to go to sleep, I can see flashes in front of my eyes. But I think that's just something to do with migraine. Was it's a similar sort of thing?
Yeah, I have that.
It's like something is going like that down to a point, and then it disappears, and then something starts and goes down to a point again. It's like it's your brain getting tired, but it's not a thing. It's not a shape or anything. It's just light, sort of. And after a few minutes, it disappears. So I don't think that's anything to do with it.
So,
but isn't it interesting? The brain, fascinating.
It's always interested me. Colleen says, it is so amazing to me that so many people have this, and yet they make wonderful art. I can't wrap my brain around that. So Colleen, I asked Fran, all this time she's known that she's had this struggle with remembering visualizing, because how many times I've said, Fran, retrace your steps in your mind. Where were you? She can't do it. And I never gave it much thought. I said, okay, well, some people can't, but I never thought of it as a big difference, because somehow she's, I don't know if there's a terminology, highly functional. You are highly functional to me.
And I see that Colleen is asking, I don't understand how you could be an animator and not have the imagination inside your mind to put on paper. Well, you can have the imagination. It's just you don't see it, right? You don't have a mental picture of it. You can still have the imagination. You can still imagine things. I mean, for goodness sakes, I imagined a nautilus, and then I went and found one, or I looked at lots of pictures of them to be able to draw them. That was something else. When I was a kid, I read The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe and all the other Narnia books. And I loved the lion, Aslan, so much that I kept copying one of the drawings in the book over and over and over and over again. It got to a point where I could draw that lion without having any reference in front of me. But that's memory. That's a repeated action. Yes. I'd never had the image of the lion in my head, ever.
You had the thought, of what
I
you wanted to
and
create and what
I had
you
the muscle memory from drawing it over and over again.
Yep.
You see, so it's weird, isn't it? I mean, it really is weird, the brain.
And now I wonder if this is why the color wheel means nothing to you.
It could be.
Because you
Yeah, I
put
just
colors
try it out of its
together.
mud. I pretend I wanted it.
You don't see the color pre putting it down. You see what's in front of you, go, okay, that color looks good, that color looks good, and then you throw it down and we get what we're looking at right now. But you didn't
So,
imagine that in your mind. You thought about those colors in terms of the words, but not
yeah,
the image.
and I can remember that green is a green color, but I can't remember the exact shade. I can't see it in my head. No, isn't that odd?
I think it's fantastic.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. I think it's wonderful. I mean, you have, in my mind, you've adapted to the skill set you have, and you do it beautifully.
Yeah, and it turns out I'm not the only one. It doesn't stop you from being an artist. There are artists all over the place with this. I mean, there's Devon, there's me, there's that guy that I was reading about.
Right.
And we are damn good artists. It's got nothing to do with what you do. It's how you do it in a different way.
When Fran and I got together today before we turned on the Wet Live, we were talking about this, but when I first got in here, she was listening too, and I bet it was that BBC podcast, Yolande.
Probably.
She says, because here she says, yes, I like how that BBC podcast talked about being able to have spatial ability without actually visual imagery.
Yeah, because a memory of something is a feeling in the back of my head. It's not a picture in the front of my eyes. So if I remember being on a train, it's a feeling in the back of my head. It's if I remember that little packet of thingamies, I remember the feeling I had with that. Oh yes, those are good. That's where they are. I didn't really do that because I was just thinking about all the time. I was saying.
See, and I have
like that because I was trying to collect them all together.
Yeah.
Because I had a little pot and it was overflowing, and I had some more in another box, and I wanted to put them all in the same place. So I was looking for other rubber stamps, not rubber, carved stamps to put them all in one place. So my mind was concentrated on stamps, not on these funny little square brads. I was thinking of them for the box I was making, because I put the.
It is. Yolande says she does see in her dreams, and she heard that some do and some don't.
Yeah.
And then she says it is very difficult to describe, isn't it, Fran?
Yeah, and it seems there's a different neurological thing going on when you dream than there is when you visualize, if you can visualize. So, because if you dream, it's a background thing, and if you visualize, it's a top-down thing in the brain. Different way of doing it. Isn't that fascinating?
Yeah, I was listening while you were listening. Yeah.
So those are the little ones I was looking for, thinking they would fit in.
There are those who are hyper
fantasy, and they see things in such a way that it's like
vivid. It's like they're there.
It's that vivid. It's photographically accurate, and that's always I could never understand that. My mum had an eidetic memory, and I think that eidetic memory was more for colours than anything else. I never really talked about it to her. I didn't know it was a thing then, but she could go into a shop and look at curtains or wallpaper or paint and know exactly the right shade that she wanted.
Yes, we've talked about it
perfectly. She's got a very good colour memory, she did. And that's weird because she wasn't artistic at all. She didn't want to draw. She would never try. It was only when she started to get dementia that she would try to use sprays and decide what would go with something, doing arty things. Until then, she didn't want to know. So isn't that odd? The mind is a really strange place. And isn't it fun?
Well, you have more room in your head now than those of us who don't have that label. So yeah, it probably is fun for you. You have more
Yeah.
room to run around inside there.
Well, I just find it fascinating to find out that there's a reason for all the things that I thought I just wasn't very good at.
All right. I'm posting the link to Yolande's video last week where she talked about it. So here's if everybody can see this. This is Devon's link, Yolande's link to her channel, to the one where she talks Aphantasia Dreamweaver collage. So if you haven't seen it, go see it.
It was fabulous to see that. I mean, that really struck a. It was seeing that got me interested in it, because up till then, I had I'd heard us mention it before, but I hadn't really consciously thought about it. It was when she was talking about it in the video that it really sort of went, oh, and it really started to make more sense to me. Isn't that odd? Anyway, so I'm going to do this. I've got my machine down here ready for it. So I'm going to cut that. But in order to do that, I've got to protect this piece because I don't want it all to cut. I just want some of it, probably about that much. So I've got to find some cardboard to go up there. Now, I've normally got absolutely tons of cardboard hanging about. So I've just got to fiddle about and find some. What's that? No, that's not one. I've got another one of those. Oh, there's some. Look, there's some cardboard, and there's some more. So I can use that.
Yolande's going to put the link to that BBC podcast in her.
Oh, great! Brilliant.
Yeah,
thank you.
Share that out. That's something that.
I forgot where it was. Forgot where I found it. There you are. You see, it's this blasted memory of mine.
My research so far tells me there's not a lot known about this. That it was first found. If you go to Wikipedia, if you take Wikipedia with a grain of salt, believe me.
Adam, whatever his name is, Zenon, first started studying it when he had somebody who'd had a coronary bypass or something like that operation, and he could visualize before the operation, and afterwards he couldn't. So he was referred to Adam Zenon, to find out what had gone wrong and what could do about it, sort of thing. And then it was only then that the doctor discovered there were people who had the same condition all their lives. They had never had anything that changed it,
The gentleman who first recognized it, saw it, was in 1880.
Francis Galton.
Yes.
Yep.
And it was men of science that found. So again, I mean, the type of brain they must have had.
Amazing, isn't it? I do wonder, was Einstein aphantastic or hyperfantastic? It would be lovely to find out, wouldn't it? I think he must have been hyperfantastic because he used to sit in a train and imagine space-time. I reckon you've got to have a pretty high fantastic brain to do that, I reckon. The ability to visualize space and time, he must have. He wasn't just thinking in mathematical formula, was he? I do wonder, isn't it odd? What about Leonardo da Vinci? I reckon he must have been hyper fantastic. I reckon. Anyway, it's just fun, isn't it? I mean, it's fabulous to find out that there are things like this in the world. I find science fascinating. So I'm going to put this into my cutty thing. What's another word for cutty thing?
Because Yolande has updated her that link, that video. She put the podcast link in there. I'm going to repost the link to that video so you can. So I make sure. I mean, I'm sure you would see it, but just in case, that's the link to Yolande's video. Specifically about aphantasia. I think it's such an interesting subject, and Colleen said yes. She said Einstein was married to a brilliant woman. That's what he had.
Ah. So we've got the cutty thing down there. So I want to put that down there. Like, oh, I've got to have another one of those. That one.
Hi, Trish. Who else did I miss? Anne, Kathy, Colleen, Julie. Hi, Julie.
I'm just figuring out the layers, and I want one more of those on the top.
If I've missed anyone, I'm sorry. Thank you for the thumbs up already, and for the. I'm enjoying this conversation. This fascinating.
Yeah, I just find it fascinating. Right, now I'm going to put this in there. Like that. Let's get it accurate. I don't want it moving about. There we go.
Oh, I read. I didn't have to see Patricia's post to read all that, Colleen. I've read so much about Einstein and his wife. He's one of my favorite. I guess you would call him a celebrity.
Excuse me, I've got to bring this up here because I can't do it down there. I've got to line it up. I think I might have to put a bit of sellotape on it, but I don't really want to. No, that's not right. Let's line it up again. Once I've got it lined up and sandwiched, I'll be all right.
Oh, I didn't tell you, Fran. I finally ordered a new brayer.
Uh-huh.
A large one like you have, like you and P have.
Oh, well done.
Yep. I was watching Elizabeth St. Hilaire, and it was driving me nuts that I wanted to follow along with her, and my brayer is the 4-inch one, and it's like, this is getting ridiculous. I need to go do it. So.
Uh-oh, that's not working very well. I think I need another layer.
Trish said hi.
Hiya. Yeah, I need another layer. Was there something else in my picture?
Must only be you, Julie. I don't see it. Is anybody else?
Thinlet. Find Thinlet. Solo platform. Multi-purpose platform. No, it's just talking about it. It's not saying what I need. Anybody know what you do for Thinlets?
I don't do dyes, so I don't know. Does anybody do dyes?
I think I need Thinlet. Anyway, I need that. At the very least, I need that.
Don't you have to put a shim in there?
Yeah, I think I'll need to.
Anne says you need the multi-purpose plate and the extra layers. So yeah, you need those.
Yeah. Well, now I've disturbed it, so I've got to redo it.
Anne says to put your machine plate up to the camera. She wants to see it.
Machine plate. What's my machine plate? That?
No, that's your die.
Yeah, I thought it was. Machine plate. What's a machine plate? Which one?
The plate is the thing you put I think the whole thing you put it in. When you put your piece together, you put it in a plate, don't you? You put it in like a folder? Or the tray, the tray that it goes on?
Okay.
Platform, tray, whatever. I mean, you don't just shove the paper in on its own. You put it on a plastic tray.
Like this. Is that what you mean?
Hold the phone. I suspect yes. Yep. Yes.
It's not working. I'm not getting the cracking sound. What else have I got?
So now you need to shim it up.
Oh, this one says thinlets. This one. Here we are. I need this, not the pink one. So there's the green one. Get the pink one. Pull the pink one out without disturbing the position, if I can possibly manage that. See, I thought it was telling me. Oh, crumbs. I thought it was telling me on this, but it wasn't. It was just talking about. See, I don't like that. I thought it was just talking about that. It's just talking about it. It's not saying that's what you need.
Yeah. Anne says Sizzix has the worst explanations.
Absolutely. Well, let's try again with this lot. Here we go.
Instructions are horrible. Hey, I'm still celebrating that I put in a grommet, a full 2-piece grommet. Hi, Diane. I hope you got everything you ordered correctly.
It won't move now. Just won't go through. Throw it that way round. See if that helps any. It's working. It's working. Right. I wonder if it's worked. Let's have a look. Think it's worked.
Another one, Anne? You're spoiling me, woman.
There we go. It worked. It worked. It worked. It worked. Hooray. So all I've got to do now is cut these off where they're on the bend. So I put that there and it's cut those.
Yeah.
Beautifully.
Okay, thank you.
Lovely. Lovely. So, little pair of scissors. Chop these off.
You know, I posted pictures of my copy paper pulls from the other day, and I like the colors. I was watching Friday or Wednesday's stream and watching the colors that Fran used, and it kind of led me that way. Autumn colors, and then I got done and looked at them and looked at my book and went, nah.
Well, that's the artistic decision, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's when you go and look at something and you go, I'm not sure.
I can see me putting those somewhere else or on ATC cards. I kind of liked them. So by the time I finished the other night, my plate was well warmed up and I could have continued, but I didn't.
There we are. Smaller pair of scissors I was looking for. There we go. So I can get to the edge. It's got a nice point on it. These look as though they've got a bit of a point on, but actually they're not as good as the little tiny ones.
I like those little tiny ones. Yeah, it's hi Dana and or Diane. It's like she specifically tagged you. That's when you're red. When someone or whatever color it is they specifically tag you. It'll highlight your name and a color, and then you know someone said something to you direct.
Yes, yes.
Sometimes it helps in chat when chat is really going or busy. Then you can see a comment directly to you.
I got pictures of my grandchildren, and they really don't mean a lot because I also see pictures of them now. Like my eldest, Jessica, is going to be 18 really soon. And I have pictures of her at this age. So I've got one on the fireplace of her, and it's like Are you sure that's Jessica?
Yes, use the @ sign before someone's name, no space. Do not space. Put the @ sign and then their name, and you will be. It's kind of like tagging somebody in chat.
Right.
Now,
Let's
I
get
want to know, Colleen must be in the know. She says she thought it was a warning that Diane might be in the naughty chair because Diane does have a reputation, you know. So I want to know more.
Oh. Well, keep the bits. You never know. Oh, I've got to put these bits. Take these out.
Was it from Defy, Anne? Because they sent me extra. I like that die.
It's a nice one, isn't it? I really like it. I've used it quite a bit.
Yes, hyperphantasia. Hyperphantasia, which is like somebody who has a really vivid memory, Paula.
Exactly.
I write down when I order, when I get something from Defy, and I always write it down as I go, so I remember how many I bought of each. But you'll find that Care and Jean are very generous. They may throw in something extra. And yes, it will confuse you.
Right, so now I can actually put it together. Oh, no, I can't, because I was going to use something like this on the inside. That's what I was going to do, so that there will be a blue thing showing through. Isn't that going to be lovely?
Beautiful. I like that blue. Like a royal blue.
Yeah. So I'm going to position it, turn it over, see where I need to cut it.
Yep, that's the Yolande spelled it out, Paula. That's the opposite of aphantasia. A being without, and fantasia is the ancient Greek word for imagination. Oh.
Yeah, I'm not convinced about that. I think I've got a lovely imagination, thank you.
I do too. I think you've learned to, I think you and Yolande and whoever else has it obviously have worked within your skill set, and it's not changed anything about you, whether you know or not.
I quite like the idea of working outside my skill set and gaining more.
Yeah, you just imagine in a different way, and you do it well.
Yep.
You just like saying you're fantastic.
I know.
Every
lovely.
time you said it earlier, you giggled. It's like, really, Fran?
It's official. I am a fantastic artist. The medical profession thinks so too. Oh boy.
Well, you're fantastic, and I'm short. What are you going to do, right? It is what it is. Russ can reach the high shelf, and I can identify belly buttons really easily.
Let me see.
Or armpits, depending on who I'm standing next to.
That's not quite accurately cut, but never mind, that will do.
Well, non-aphantasia is neither hyper nor aphantasia.
Aphantasia is without a visual visualization ability.
Yes, and hyper
visualization ability, and hyper is with a really strong.
And non-aphantasia means you're just regular. You don't got one or the other.
No, I don't see anything about non. It's just a spectrum, and that hyperphantasia is at one end and aphantasia is at the other. It's just a spectrum. It doesn't. There is nobody with none.
Well, Suzanne said she was reading up on it in Wiki, and there is non-aphantasia. So it did say that, which to me
weird. That's Wiki. That's not done by an actual scientist, is it?
Exactly.
Mostly it isn't. Wiki's not official. It's not a scientific paper.
Exactly. Anyway. That's what I said. They do have, yeah, it is a word over there, by the way. It's, yeah, those who don't have the condition. But I always say take Wikipedia with a grain of salt because it's not researched.
It depends what you mean by the condition, doesn't it? Because aphantasia is those that don't have a pictorial, vivid memory, vivid imagination, visualization ability. And hyper aphantasia is people who have a really vivid one, and everybody else is somewhere between the two.
Yep. Very good. I
don't see where none comes into it at all.
Yeah.
Because everybody must be phantasic, otherwise it wouldn't be alive.
You think?
I think. Therefore, I am.
You are what? What are you?
I am a fantastic artist.
And yeah, and Yolande makes a good point. If you listen to the podcast that she linked to, it had actual neuroscientists as guests.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's quite a bit more reliable to me than Wikipedia.
Yeah. They had Dr. Adam Whatsit on the Adam Rutherford and Hannah Fry podcast. And here's the actual one doing the research at Exeter University. I nearly said Essex. That would mean he'd be a lot closer.
Oh, Exeter.
Mm-hmm. Exeter, down in Devon. Used to live in Devon.
Paula says, welcome to the world of autism. I hate labels. Paula, I have taken tests, different, supposedly good, reliable website tests on whether I'm autistic or not. And every time I take one, I'm told that I'm in that range of being autistic, not borderline. I'm actually in there, but it's not been officially diagnosed, not medically, clinically. But it doesn't, then I need to go take tests for anxiety and, other things, the PTSD, other things that may affect that. So my husband says everybody's a little bit autistic. Okay.
Now, what have I got here?
I don't know, but so far it's beautiful. Oh, you've got those. Oh, what are those? Oh, wait.
These are lovely.
Oh, look.
Some kind person sent me a box of these. Didn't you, Violet?
We're twinsies. Look at Fran. We're twinsies. I told you when I did such a doofus. Oh, mine's tape. Yeah, there's a doofus.
Yeah, mine was tape. I cut the tape off already. There.
Look at that. Yummy.
In different sizes.
But the main thing is they're the color that you love.
They is lovely. They is super. They is worn brass or bronze, which is it?
Copper. It says
copper.
Red
copper. 8 copper. Aren't they lovely? Oh, I'm going to have so much fun using these. Thank you so much, Violet.
You're welcome.
They are brilliant. Brilliant.
You said you couldn't find them over there, so.
No, I couldn't. No, it was
wrong.
Tearjerker.
Well, and here's the thing. Now I feel sad because you can't actually visualize copper.
No, but I can look down there and see some.
or almost anywhere in the house.
Up there and see the little pot of bits, and or over here and see something that's in a coppery colour, even if it isn't quite copper. I mean, I'm not deprived. I've got copper everywhere.
Oh no, oh no, Anne says, and you're incorrect, Anne, because she did say it, but Anne says British are just too classy to say Chicago screw.
Are we? Oh, okay. Chicago screw. Oh dear.
Okay, so I don't really think we have to worry about the aphantasia part because I don't think that's what would make her weird. It would just
No,
be
I was weird anyway.
that's
I
what
was
that's what I
weird.
said to you earlier. How can you tell if you're weird or not, Fran? You've
I
been there.
was born weird, and I've practiced ever since. Now this is going on here. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. Where I'm going to put it there, or if I'm going to put it up here. Oh, that's just holding it while it was gluing. Let me take those off. So it could be going on the front, or it could be going on the top. I do like it on the top. It could be going there.
Yeah. Suze, did you get that? I'm going to do it again one more time. There's the link to Yolande's video about there you go. Where she talks about aphantasia. There you go. Fran, I'm upset now because the red copper doesn't match the ones on any of the ones on the box.
So that's shiny copper, isn't it? That's a different agingness of copper. That's a shiny copper.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. I don't care. But and also, I wasn't actually planning on putting it on there. I was more planning on putting it on a book, making a book with it. Mind you, I could put some on there, you know. I could use it to hold things. That's a thought. Look, it's rather like this one. This is another aged copper. They're rather like that.
Yeah.
See?
Reddish copper. Well, it was pretty much the only copper I found, I think. There was a bronze, I think, but I didn't want bronze.
Good match.
Yeah.
Good match.
Very good match. Yep. Much closer. So yeah, you're right. I mean, you could probably take sandpaper to the ones on there and the eyelets on there and roughen them up, and that might help. But you know what? I think
that's very nearly the right size for that to go in. Not quite. So I could probably sort of tease it a bit, I reckon.
You know what? I bet Ian could drill it out.
I don't think it needs drilling. Just a little bit of sanding, maybe.
Hi, Eddie.
A file or something.
Hi, Kim.
See, I need to put one there.
Eddie,
I could put them there. Yay! I wonder how long. I might need a shorter one. Let me see. Let me have a look. It's got to go through that. Come through the other side. Through. Whoops! Now I've dropped it on the floor.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I did that a few times. Just get another one and come back to it. I'll try to remind you.
I got it. I've also got a handful of hair, dog hair. I've hoovered upstairs and down the stairs, but I haven't managed to do this place yet. I can only do so much at once. And the number of times you've got to take the flipping thing out, and that would probably work. And empty it. Yeah, that might work. Might have to put another bit of thingy on the other side. Is that the shortest one? I think it might be. That is the shortest one, isn't it? Yeah. So we'll have a couple of them, one for each side. So I think I'll put that on now. I need a punch, a hole punch. I need a hole punch. Have I got a hole punch? Probably not. Let's see if we can find one. There's some up there. Is that one of the ones I want? No, it's too small. What else have we got in there? That one and that one.
I tend to take everything and look at everything with a sense of humor. Um, it's not that I don't take it serious. It's just that if I have no control and I have no control over most everything, then just enjoy and laugh. Except for when I'm sick. When I am sick, I have no sense of humor. I have no sense of anything. I'm just angry because I don't want to be sick. Right, Russ? I'm a terrible, terrible, terrible patient. He fell asleep. So
Two. One or two, do you think? One there or one there and one there?
ooh, you know what? If you followed the flow of the I would say two. If you have room for two without tearing, I would say two.
Yeah, let's see. If I can get them close enough to look like that one.
See, I didn't have enough room on my book to do two.
Yeah, I think I can do two.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a defense mechanism, Paula, but it's just something I think I've done all my life. I've known all my life is that I have no control over anything except me.
God.
Oh, Anne.
Oh. Whew. Now, am I going to put it that way up or to the way up? That's the question.
Hi, Carla. See,
I
so
might
many,
have to make a bigger hole.
right, Eddie? And I try to filter. I really do try to filter, but and try not to be too sarcastic because if you don't know me, I think sometimes there's boundaries. I don't always see boundaries. Bad about that. I have really bad social skills. Put it that way. But if you knew me, if you got to know me, you'd know that never would I want to hurt anybody or make anyone feel bad or less than.
Right, I'm going to see if this might cut a slightly larger hole. And to do that, I'm going to have to cut something else. So let's get this bit of cardboard here. Let's see.
I agree, Paula. Everybody that comes into Makers that we get to be with.
Would you say that was the same size or bigger? I think it's bigger. Yeah, that's better. So if I go over those holes with the
Crocodile.
with the crocodile, I'll get a slightly bigger hole, but not as big as the huge one.
Right, and it's a tight fit. That's what I used, and it's a nice tight fit. So you might have to push a little bit, but it's better than too big or too small and ripping it.
Uh-huh.
No, hurting. No, I.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. To hurt people doesn't work for me, and I'm not even one to. Hating doesn't work for me. It's exhausting to hate someone. I can hate something. I can hate a thing. I can hate an action or a behavior or whatever. But to hate the person, I can't find it in me. I tend to be more compassionate and feel bad like whatever hurt them to make them so angry and hateful. But I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be like them, so I can't. It just isn't in me to hate. Just even my ex. I don't hate my ex. I don't hate his mother and all the things they did to me. I feel sorry for them. That there's a chip broke in them. It's how sad.
Yeah.
Don't hurt people. Just don't hurt people. Just if you can't do anything else, walk away. Just walk away. Yeah, it's a waste of time and energy. I have things to do. I don't have time for that stuff. Okay, Uda, thank you for being here.
Okay, have a nice tea, Yuta.
Yep. Nice tea. Say it again. Yuta or Uta? I'm saying it wrong. I thought it was Uta.
I don't know. I don't know.
I suppose as long as I don't call her late to tea, she's okay.
Which way round?
Oh, now see, I did that too. In the videos that I see everybody using them, they have the screw side up.
I would. Yeah, I think so. I think so.
I think it's personal choice.
I think I like it screw side up. So I've still got to undo this one because I've got to put it through that yet.
Exactly, Yolande. Paula says, for example, I want to marry Eddie, move to Susan on her island, go apprentice to Mariah, and set up a retreat location for all of us. That's the energy she has.
Can I come too?
Yes, yes, you're included.
Now, I want to put this on here, so I'm going to put it
Diane, that's
approximately.
what I'm talking about. What they must have gone through in life that they have that sort of attitude and behavior. I just like, okay, I don't tend to take those sort of things personal. I mean, I don't like them. I feel them, but I try not to carry them. It's a saying I have, a mantra I have that I can feel whatever I want to feel, but the negative stuff, don't drop anchor there. Go ahead and feel it. You have a right to feel it. But don't drop anchor there.
So if I get one in, then I should be able, if I can find the thing I just dropped, to line up the next one. Anybody got a screwdriver anywhere?
Butter knife.
That's a good thought, yeah. I wonder if that would work. Oh, here we go.
Or a spoon.
Nope. Work. Yeah.
Ask me how I know not to use your fingernail. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I definitely was not using my fingernail. That's not good enough. I think I might have a spoon over there. Not a big spoon though, I'm not sure it will fit. That might fit.
Eddie was going to go check his toolbox.
Thanks, Eddie. Got a mini fork.
There you go. Well, if you had your cutter, your carpet cutter, or whatever you guys call it, you could have maybe used that, depending, or the tip of a blunt scissors.
I was looking for was this. But I think an actual screwdriver is going to work better. I might need to put another bit of cardboard behind it.
Really?
I think so.
Even with the thickness of those.
Yeah, I reckon it will need 3 pieces to stay. Because when I try to push it in, it goes so far and it doesn't go any further. A little bit more and it will have got to the end of the thingy, and I can still see through that there's more room.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
So it's still got some give there. So I can put a piece of card behind it or something. Something like that. No probs. Just want it positioned so that I can make the other hole.
Well, that was another one of my mantras, Paula. I think when I met my husband, one of the things I told him, people can say whatever they want. They can do whatever they want. They just can't say or do whatever they want to me.
I need a torch. I can't see properly.
You need a lamp.
I need the lamp pulled over a bit, I think.
Yeah. Is this for the second hole now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get it.
There we go.
I'm not going to repeat what Paula said.
What did Paula say? Paula, what do you say? What do you say, Paula?
I got to go read it. No.
Some stores pipe in happy hormone scents to encourage buying. Maybe Costco pipes in grouchy scents. I think they just pipe in the smell of the coffee that they're using. That was not particularly accurate. So I'm going to cut through all of the rest of them all in one go. I shall have to redo it later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to need to put some more on.
Yeah, and now you need to know. Now you know what to do at the other end. Yeah.
Do the other end.
I like those. Wow, those really went. Wow, I didn't. I just sent them to you. I
You
wasn't.
chose beautifully. Yeah. Another one of those.
Very nice.
Perfect. Perfect. Not that one, this one down here. Come along, this one down here. Might need a double layer of something like that. Let me just cut that off. I could do it all in one go then. Let me put some glue in the middle. I'm going to put another layer of card in there.
I think we went to the grocery store this morning, and I think my husband must have smelled something when he walked in because he bought the wrong stuff. He bought a couple things that I've never seen him buy there. What?
You bought cookies.
I always buy cookies. Those are for me. Vanilla cookies. I like vanilla cookies.
Oh, see what Carla said? She said, I think I just wore a couple of workers out at Michael's. I accidentally bought soft resin. Who wants soft resin? It describes itself as gummy. Weird.
I've never even heard of it.
No. So let me put that there. Is it going to go through all those? I wonder.
You don't always buy trail mix, though. I mean, I don't know that I've ever seen you buy trail mix. So today he bought trail mix. I think he does stuff like that just to keep me on my toes. You know, am I paying attention?
Right, let's get that one out of the way as well. Now then, how am I going to cut this? Let me see. Let me turn it over.
No, Fran.
Let me just get this a bit further up because I can't see what I'm doing. Sorry, guys, but I can't see what I'm doing.
These are quite, no, I guess they're the same. Oh, these are smaller than my gold ones, I think, just a tad. I don't have a label on them.
Don't know what you're talking about.
The screw, the actual screw piece. I'm gonna show you. I'm sitting here watching. Why are they so small? I'm gonna show you mine. I have the red copper like you have, which is right here, and then I have the package of gold. Look at the difference in the screw length.
Odd.
Yeah, and you're struggling, and not only that, but mine, the gold is a Phillips, and the red copper.
Oh, that's interesting.
The copper is a flathead. So that's no wonder you're struggling to put that screw in. I mean, that's a little.
I'm not putting a screw in. I'm just trying to line this up so I can cut a hole.
Oh, I see. Because that's little. I mean, how do you? Wow.
Because I keep moving it when I. Hang on, I've got that in the way over there. Move that out the way over there. Move those out the way. Oops, I just threw them everywhere. Oh dear.
Hi,
move
Carrie.
that out the way.
It's nice to see you.
And I can move that too, bro. You do much screwing around, Kerry? Because I'm having a lot of trouble with this set of screws. Chicago screws are the very devil.
Well, they're not, but I guess getting the right size structure, getting a hole.
Perhaps I shouldn't have said that, but
let me get off.
But I know he does mechanically things, you know. I think the best thing to do is to just stick this down because it's just moving everywhere. If I stick it down, it might actually be easier. Right, I'm going to stick this down. I'm going to line it up by eye. Now.
Yolande says, Fran, is your screw loose?
Oh, yes, definitely got a few of them.
Eddie
That's
says,
being weird is all about.
This. We go from aphantasia to screwing around. Hey,
yes, but we don't mean what people think we mean, do we? Right, let's get that in place. There we are. Now, I'll just sit here for a bit chatting to you while I wait for this to sort of grab. It doesn't take very long.
Right.
I just want it to be grabby enough not to move around when I'm trying to line it up.
Carrie says, I must admit, I hold them things in place with glue or tape. Then insert.
Yeah, look what I'm doing. Exactly.
Yeah. Then insert the screw.
Yeah.
Oh, Paula, you just want him in the naughty chair, so he's sitting there next to you.
Yeah. Now I can put more glue somewhere else. In fact, I can put glue all the way down now. What am I talking about?
You think that's going to be thick enough? Yeah, that'll be thick enough. Yeah. Yep.
Right.
The naughty sofa. Who's there?
Oh, yes, we must have a naughty sofa. It's not a naughty chair, it's a naughty sofa. We must be comfortable when we're naughty.
Yeah.
Oh, why not?
Here we go.
There we are. Now, I'm glued that down, that side. Now I'm going to take these screws out and glue down this side. So I need to get another bit of, drop the fork. Another bit of cardboard under this one, don't I?
That's what I was going to say, Diane. You know what? If I remember, when I'm working with screws and little bits like that, things that can, and brads that can flip out of my hands, because I tend to drop little things like that. I try to put a towel or a washcloth down on my desk so that if I drop it, it doesn't bounce out the room. It just settles down into the towel or the washcloth, the fabric, whatever. Usually a towel. But that's only if I have room. At the moment, I don't think Fran. Well, it's kind of like when you're working with beads. You don't want to just work with beads. You want a tray or whatever. Same goes for screws and hooks and things like that.
Yeah. I probably need something on the floor, me.
Right, Carrie, I'm the same way. That's what made me realize to put, if I'm working at that, work at a desk, don't work, sometimes I'll lean back from my desk in my chair, and that's when things especially drop because I'm not working over my desk. But if I'm working over the desk, put a cloth or something soft that'll grab the eyelet or the screw or whatever so it doesn't roll off or bounce off. I will say this, when she gets this done, it will look fantastic.
It just might take a while. That's better. That's given me something a bit better. Now, what should we talk about while we wait for this to dry? We'll talk about what else I'm going to put on there, I think.
Hi, Beth. Fran, Beth says hi to you.
Hiya, Beth.
We might not call this Fran on the edge anymore. We might call this Fran over the edge and in the naughty room.
Very likely. Very likely. That's me.
Here's our Beth.
Yep, I got those bits.
I don't know if anybody has been following. Beth.
Cheers.
There you go. Cheers. Take a deep breath. Relax. I wanna put up Beth's link. Beth got her potter wheel and her kiln, if I think I said that. And I'm going to put up, here we go.
Oh, thank you, Kerry. I'm glad you like them.
I'm going to put up a link to Beth's where she's playing on her potter wheel. Go to her channel and watch her. It's just sit quietly and watch Beth throw a pot. Yes, she is over the edge. Yep.
Well, that's gluing. Let's move that down like that.
Throwing mud. Well, I'm enjoying it.
Everything down there.
That I don't think we know. And that would be on Mariah. So now that the new shop is up and running, I think she'll probably be getting to that. The Harry Violet. I don't think Fran's heard, or she probably would have said something.
No, I haven't heard nothing. I've been too busy listening to podcasts.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, I'm loving the new shop. I don't know if anybody else is.
The new shop, yes.
Let's see if it'll get me there. We're going to put the link for that in. So if you haven't been to the new shop, go check it out. I think they did a beautiful job of it. The podcast she listens to, Eddie, one of her favorites is QI, which is a British show.
That's a video. Yeah.
Yeah, the video.
iPlayer. BBC iPlayer.
Yeah.
There's lots of them.
Yep.
I'm just going to cut another one up. It should be.
So there's a link to the shop, and you'll see it's a new format, new layout, and Sandy is awesome. And it's actually, I think it's easier to navigate Just a little bit.
So there was another piece. I'm going to just do that because that will join on the other end.
Eddie says he watches Taskmaster.
Oh, yes, I do too, yes. I wish they'd had some new ones of them. I get a bit bored with them, the same things again and again. Nice when they come out with a new one.
So I have a question for everybody that was in the stream yesterday at PM Artist Studio stream. What did you think of the special guest? I mean, I give him 5 stars. If 5 stars, 1 to 5 is if 5 being the best, he gets 5 stars plus from me. I think he did a great job.
Yeah. He's got to learn to say the jokes, though.
Well, again, being the sidekick, the Ed McMahon, or whatever you want to label us, again with the labels, we get engrossed. I get engrossed with watching you, with watching Sharon, and maybe I don't pay as close attention to chat, or I pay too close attention to chat and don't see what you're doing, and then I have to say something. You say, well, I already did. Weren't you watching? No. So there's that. But I gotta say, I mean, that was his first time. It
was pretty good for a first time, wasn't it? It was really...
5 stars. And yes, well, they were both sweet. They were both bossy, I thought, because she told him to shush and wait. And so I thought, well, there you see we've seen the mom and daughter interaction, and now we've seen the wife and husband interaction, and I'm just saying, good people. Good people there.
There we go. So we're going to do that. How did that go?
Exactly, Debbie.
Where did I put it? Now, where did I put it? Down there. Right in front of you.
Great, Carrie. I just finished watching that. I've seen it twice already because I think that's the one where she says, did you write it down? Did you write it down? Because you watch the video and you don't remember everything, so you write it down. See, that's
what?
That's what this is for. This is where I write it down. Look at. I write it down. So I watched Elizabeth with her. Carrie said he filmed a video today trying to do Elizabeth St. Hilaire's technique of 2-tone multi-pattern prints.
Oh, yeah.
And I just watched that one twice. And he said, I made a complete mess of it and had to then rescue it. End result is a wow. Video tomorrow. Right.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Do we get the mistakes as well? Because you really ought to do the mistakes as well. I mean, I do. Yeah. Don't actually intend to, but it turns out that way. So that's looking quite nice.
If that's the one where she's takes us for a walk, that looks beautiful. See, it amazes me that you can see that, visualize that, and yet beautiful.
I try things, and if they work, fine. If they don't, I either fix them or paint over them and start again.
And how often do you have to do that?
I don't often have to paint over and start again. I mean, not a complete white out, but I'll paint over with another layer if I'm doing gel printing and just keep going until I got something decent, or else put it aside to highlight things later, you know?
Yep. Oh, Carrie says, he says, I left all errors in as it's a learning thing for all of us. Thank you.
Exactly.
It is. It absolutely is.
I'm just thinking about whether I should put this together, but I don't think I will. What I'm going to do is I'm going to... I think I've got a stencil for this somewhere or something similar, and I'm going to put the stencil on there because I've done that before, you see, like that. And I think I'm going to do the same thing on this side, or I could put a different one. I don't know. Did I do that before?
So you think you're not done embellishing that box?
No, not yet. I did the same one on each one. I can't remember whether I used a stencil or whether I used the die cut and just washed it. I can't remember. Or maybe what I did was I cut the pattern out and used that bit of cardboard as the stencil. Could have done. That's another way to do it.
Yeah. Stencil, stamp, yeah.
Have you got anything to show?
No. Devin wants to know, Yolande wants to know, are these little journals to go into the finished box, the big box? They're not what she's got her hands on right now is not a little journal. It's going to be closed up to be a box to hold ATC.
Look at that, they fit. That one doesn't fit. That one's too big. Oh no, it does fit. Look at that. Well, of course I can't close the box, mind. But it does fit. Or I've got this little journal that I could put it in. That's not wide enough. No, it's not wide enough. It's have to be smaller, thinner. It have to be a bigger one. I have got another one somewhere. I wonder if that one's big enough.
Good idea, Yolande.
I don't think that's big enough either because I think the crease here, look, you can see it's bigger than that. So I'd have to make one for it, I think. I could do easily.
Oh, not good.
Or I could make a box that's the right size, but they could sit in that box if it was open, but not if you wanted to close it.
I'll get it for you, Beth. Hold the phone.
If that one was closed, now there was one of them that did close. No, that's that one that closed. It's still too high. That one closed completely, but it's still too high.
Beth, there's our Carrie's channel. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, it's always a good idea to have a look at what Carrie's up to.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right, let's have a look and see if I can cut the holes now.
You're welcome.
Now then, I've got one hole there already because I haven't got one that side. I could cut that one there.
What do you think?
See if this makes it any easier, because I've got the ridges of the eyelets underneath, you see, that are not helping much. Lovely.
Oh, I tell you.
That's great.
Oh.
If I can do that on that side, that would give me a guide for the other one, the other side.
Oh, Diane, even if she's not in Makers, feel free to lead me to her channel and I'll post the link here for everyone. Maybe that'll motivate her a little bit. So if you copy and paste her link in here, her YouTube channel in here, it won't link it, but I can copy and repaste it and it will. How's that? Pages of an art journal. Christina. Okay, let's see if we can get that. Pages of an art journal. Pages of an art. There you go. I've got it. Hold the phone, everybody.
I think I've got it there.
I got it, Diane. No worries. There you go. There's her. There you go. What belt? What belt are you seeing, Beth? Are you caught up? The one with all the eyelets and grommets on it, Beth? That's not a belt. That's a piece of black. Sure.
Cardstock.
Yeah, thank you. Cardstock that she put the metal grommets and the paper square grommets. She put those on herself.
Yeah.
So it's just black cardstock with those grommet or eyelets, grommets, whatever you want to call them, on there. Those are metal, and then the square ones are paper ones that she cut.
Yep. And painted to look like painted with copper paint, and then with patina, real copper paint.
Yep.
Ah.
I was gonna say I felt that muscle. I subscribed, Diane, so I just subscribed to her. I will put her on my list
to see what happens.
Watch.
I seem to have more of those than I thought I had. Okay, let's see. So this one goes underneath.
Thank you for sharing.
Top. That one goes underneath. That one goes on the top. On the top. Underneath. I've got one missing. There we are. On the top. Let's see.
That's okay, Yolanda. I know how to read typos.
I don't always. Sometimes I see a typo and I go, what?
Yeah, well, there's been autocorrect sometimes has hyperphantasia.
Yes, obviously.
And it's like, I'm not even going to try. It hurts. I'm not going to try. Retype it slowly. Space the letters. Those actually worked out really well on there. I like them.
Yeah. I do wish I had a screwdriver. You sure you haven't got anything to show? I could go and get one.
I thought I had remember I said I had a stack of stuff? Well, I showed it, didn't I? I don't have anything handy dandy. Oh, I suppose I could show some zines I made. Does anybody want to see zines if you want to make a quick run? Okay.
Yeah, I got the loo as well.
Okay.
It's all this coffee, tea, you know.
All right. Yeah, go
on.
Let me there I am.
No, you're not. There you are. There you are. I'll make you solo.
So
back in a minute, folks.
So I watched Tanya McGuire and Lisa Conway. I love her palette knife, I think is she won't. Love making or playing together, and I love watching them, and I learned how to make zines. You know what a zine is. It's one sheet of paper folded in such a way to create a book. So this is the one that I created about, I'm going to hold this up so you can see. It's about wash day. So start out with a washing machine, open the page, and it says just hanging around. So you have your dress and your leggings or tights or whatever and your shirt just hanging around. Open the next page. And then I heard my sock say, let's play hide and seek. And the bird flew off with one of the socks. So the sock is off playing hide and seek. And then open it up and laundry day, drop your drawers because these are your drawers, right? And then the last day is laundry today or naked tomorrow. If you don't, okay, there we go. This is another one I had with goofy flowers. I don't know if I finished this one, but anyway, there's one of my flowers, and there's a couple more. Can you see those on the white paper? Just doodlies to create a zine. See? One sheet of copy paper, 8.5 by 11 sheet of copy paper. And you start out like this. Fold it this way, fold it this way, fold it this way, fold it this way, and then you fold it this way. And there you go. Got your book. Ta-da! And then I have one I did, coffee time. I don't know if you could see that. Just drawing coffee cups. Doodling again. Coffee cup. Coffee cups. Coffee cups. Coffee cups. Just doodling. I love zines too. They're simple little. You got to remember which page you want for the first page, though, and then do things as you do them out. Remember, these are upside down from each other. See? So you got to remember. So I tend to number them in pencil and then erase the numbers later so I know. But the best way to fold it, you want the spine here. So you want to make sure that it folds well. I've had these for a few years. When it comes to zines, Tanya really explained it well. Laundry today? Or
yeah, she does.
Yep. Okay, are you back? Are you back?
Kind of.
Did everything come out okay?
And you get, here's a nice little
Thank you, everyone.
thing. Thank you, bud.
You bet.
Let's put that ones in.
I'm going to have to start doing more stuff and show and tell, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Fran needs a break in between.
Also, I need to be able to go for the screwdriver.
Everyone, you guys are so kind. Again, Tanya McGuire and Lisa Conway, they play separately and they play together. And you betcha I'm going to post their channel. How can I say that and not post their channel?
Channels have their own. Sometimes they do it on the one channel. Sometimes they do it on the other.
Yep. Sometimes they play separately. Sometimes Tanya's busy. Tanya recently had shoulder surgery, so she's coming back. She's coming back gradual. So I'm going to post her link to Tanya's channel.
Looking at that, I think I'm going to need an even thicker bit of paper on the other side. So I think I'm going to punch that up a bit. But what I'll do is I'll do that another time. We've at least got it on. So it's on. So that's that. Now, the other thing I wanted to do was do some more sort of steampunky clocky type things.
And there's Lisa's channel.
Oh, I think before we go any further, I think we really ought to pull this here thing here, because I'm starting to make the paper all grubby.
Ooh. Okay, fix your camera.
Yeah.
Okay, Heather, please go feel better. Go rest and feel better. Yes,
oh,
does too.
Look after yourself, Heather.
Let me find Janet's channel. Okay, I really love watching Janet.
Are we ready? Let's pull this one and see what happens. This is the one. It's going to be a bit smudgy, I think. This is the last one I did last time. And while you were away, I put some more paint down.
Oh.
I chose purple to go with it because it was the greens and had a little bit of purple in it as well. So I picked that purple as the pool colour. So let's see what we get.
Okay. Maybe that olive didn't do well for you, Heather. Might have bothered your stomach. Did you notice that Mariah used the medium gel yesterday?
Me? Yes, of course I did.
Were you yelling at her?
Yeah. I said, well done. Congratulations.
I knew it. I can hear you. Wow.
When I got in there about 8 minutes past the time, and I heard a bloke's voice, I thought I've got the wrong one. I've got the wrong channel. It's wrong. What's going on? And then I started to sort of sink in a bit, and I thought, and I posted, I can't be Brad. Brad only does a whisper. He never read it out, did he? Oh.
Beth says she's drooling over this.
This is quite nice, isn't it? Rather nice.
That is just, the light is hitting it to where there's a glare. So tilt it, pick it up and tilt it a little bit. Do that anyway. Just tilt it. I want to see all the flavors. Just leave the light alone. Just tilt that puppy. Look at all of, wow.
Not bad at all, is it? I've got the lines around the nautiloids, which is lovely. It's quite a bit squishy in places, but I kind of like it. I like the colours. I think the colours are brilliant.
Beautiful pull.
Yes, I like that.
See, so that's I'd put that on my wall. I'd frame it and put it on my wall. I would. That's beautiful.
Well, I think it's going to be very useful, that one. That's nice.
Yep. Nice. Anne says, oh, Fran does it again.
Thank you. Well, so I've got to decide what else I'm going to do on this. I'm going to do sort of crunchy things, I think. So I've got various bits and bobs that I can use in various little boxes. If I can just bring them up. I've got a couple down here. I've got this sort of thing, which is a little on the bulky side for this particular one. But it's got natural buttons in here, coconut shell buttons. And it's got these things, cotton reels, come in different sizes.
You call them cotton reels, we call them spools.
Whatever. Yep.
Okay.
And this, what's this? Oh, these are the numbers off a, I think off a remote control for a TV. So there's number 9 there. You see that?
Nothing gets thrown away.
No, of course not. And there's a telephone sign there, and there's the green telephone sign there. So there's all those sorts of things. I don't know. Mostly it's buttons and spools. That's about it, really, in
Carla,
that one.
Excellent. You know what? Carla says, digitize your, in other words, scan or take a picture of your pull just now and print it on fabric. It would make a beautiful skirt. And that is correct. That
make quite a nice cushion as well. Yeah, I don't wear skirts. But yes. Now, where's the other one gone?
Belinda says, my color combos don't look like that. Mine either, Belinda.
I've got 2 down here. One.
Color wheel makes no sense to Fran. She just does her own thing. Beautiful.
2. And one more. I've got big boxes somewhere with these sort of things in, bigger ones.
So we're looking.
So this looks a slightly bigger thing.
You're looking for crunchies?
Just looking for things that could go on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In it or on it?
On it.
On it.
It's the ATC, the original AKC box.
All right. Yep, going along with that. How about oh, I didn't tell you when we went on our road trip, when we went over to the river, I did get out of the car and do a little walkabout in this one particular area we were at because it was a gravelly area. So
All right.
I picked up two little pieces of tree bark and a rock. No big,
Oh,
there wasn't anything there that I couldn't find in my backyard, but I did find the two pieces of tree bark.
lovely. That's a bit too big and clunky, I think. Always use that to do as a stencil if I wanted.
You know what would look good on there? Something that's leather.
That's leather. So is that. The other, another one.
The land has to go.
Oh, bye-bye. Bye, Devon.
Thank you for sharing the information.
Yeah, it's been absolutely fascinating. Thanks for telling me all about it. I don't know why I didn't grasp it the first time. I know why it is. I'm a fantastic artist.
See, you don't get to use it as a crutch. No. No. As an explanation,
No,
not as a crutch.
I like that. It's a moon. I'm good to moon. Oh, and I've got this. I haven't used this. I've made this years ago. I could always use that. I could heat it up again. It's embossing powder, so I could heat it up again and stamp into it with something.
Yeah. Suzanne says some kind of cogs. How about some cogs? I know you always have those.
What, these sort of cogs, you mean?
Yeah, probably. Well, the big box is off camera, so.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. There you go.
Let me move it further over. Let me put that one down.
Pile of goodies there that are possibilities.
That's too big, really, that one.
Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta go put a burger together. Not yet.
Okay. Oh, it's a nice rusty-ish looking key. I think this is something for your nails, this. Weird. Some of them. What have we got in the other one? Let's have a look in this next one. There's quite a lot of bits in here, quite a lot of bits that were plastic, well, are plastic, that have been painted to look like something else. And some haven't. I do like that. I still haven't used that yet. I think that's going on a journal somewhere, though. I think that's my plan. What else have I got in there? Oh, that's a nice one. That goes quite nice on there.
Oh, interesting. Terry has a tip. He says, Fran, have you ever tried painting sandpaper and using it as textural panels and pieces?
Painting what paper?
Sandpaper.
No, I haven't actually. Different. I like that. It's just a thing, you know, isn't anything. And if I paint it, it's going to say 30 seconds and 2 millimeters.
Very good idea, Terry.
I like this bit as well. I think that's booked for somewhere else. That's going on the spaceship.
Yes, Fran has lots of doodads. Julie says, wow, Fran has lots of doodads.
Yes, I do. Oh, that's lovely. Isn't that nice? I'm not sure whether I prefer it that way up or that way up. I think I prefer it that way up. That's nice. I like that. Oh, and this is what I was hoping to find. Things like this. Ancient bits of bottle caps. Oh, and there's a nice fuse as well. So you can always turn things into something else by painting them.
Even sandpaper.
Exactly. I just haven't done it. I think I prefer that than that.
Paula, are you still here? Because I wanted to thank you for the link to Abel, what's his name? I'll get there.
Abel, what's his name?
Eric Abel. He's an artist. She sent me a link so I could see some of his artwork. Beautiful artwork. Eric Abel. Yep, she has thingamajiggies and whatchamacallits.
Mm-hmm.
And doomahickeys.
Yep. Bits of this and bits of that. I like that one. I don't know.
I like that one. I like the sound of it.
I really must get on and do the spaceship, then I'll know what I've got left, because otherwise I'll end up using bits for the spaceship for something else. I like
you know what
that.
You don't have up there that you need with all the pilots? You need a rusty screw.
Let me have a look. That's if I've got one in here. Hello, rusty screw. I've got a non-rusty screw, but it's not a screw, it's a hook. Could always be painted rusty.
Exactly, Julie. Pavement sand. I hadn't thought of that. I look around for sand around here, but we have dirt. Or if we go farther up north, then I see red clay. Red clay soil? Is that up by Green Bay?
What on earth is that?
Huh?
I don't know. I like it.
Yeah. And we need to go visit Tom and dig up. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go visit our friend. He has a sandy yard.
Yeah, go visit your friend and make holes in his yard.
Yeah, he'd appreciate that.
Little pit.
Well, I tell you, Patricia, what I learned from Patricia, Julie, is pencil shavings. You have a pencil sharpener, save the shavings, because those crumbled up even finer make great grit and texture.
No, rusty screws in here. It must be in a different box somewhere. Well, we've got enough to think about. I like that. That looks very weird. Thing is, you see, I'm taking things off when they're not the right color, but I can paint that.
Yeah.
And I've got too much on here, so I've got to whittle it down. I'd like to use that on the front, so we'll keep that. I think we've got enough of those. I like that. Put that away for now. I like that. I don't like that. Or that. I like that. Will that go nice with that? Oh, that will go beautifully with that. Look at that. That's nice. See, I don't know what that is, but it's a lovely shape, but I'm not sure it's going to go with this. I think these are booked. That's not, though. I know that's not booked. And that's not the right thing.
Yeah, now I've got now I've got the idea of from Carrie, either paint sandpaper or sprays, ink. Use ink on it. Carrie,
Yeah.
do you have a video on that you've already done it?
Need to cross those up, I think. That's not the right theme. I like those two together. And I like that way up. It's got to be embedded in something now. I don't think that's the right theme either. But those two I like. That has got something, but I might need to use another top.
I think that's like what happened with Fran with this piece. It got wet. She painted it. It got wet too much, and the paper started coming apart because it was layered. So she had to get under there and glue it.
Yeah. I've got lots of these. I can paint another one a different color. They're all over the place here.
Yep.
So I think I'll do it. I don't want this piece. So I'll do one without that piece. See, I'll do one without that piece there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what I'll do. Now I usually cut them out.
Hi, Mariah. Welcome, welcome. We're almost
with a piece in. I like that. I wish I had another one. I don't even know what it is, but I like it. I like it, but I don't know what it is. The other one, how was that done? That was there, right? Okay.
Getting free ice cream. Well, Mariah, to bring you up to speed, we all think Brad did a wonderful job yesterday. Absolutely wonderful. Yes, he's a keeper.
Yeah, but he's got to read out the jokes. Apart from that, he did very well.
Mariah says, P laughed and yelled at the stream. Mm-hmm.
Did you record it? I'd love to see that.
Probably not. And let's see. Yes, I think Brad, for his debut, I think he did wonderfully well. It's not easy to do. We know that. To pay attention.
Especially the first time you do it. I've lost a pair of scissors. Anybody seen a pair of scissors anywhere?
Nope.
I've lost a pair.
They're up underneath the stuff to the right.
To the right. Oh, well done. There it is. Absolutely. There it is. That's what I was wanting.
Okay.
Good. Now, I've cut it out, but it's uneven. So I'm going to snip it down to a better.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't want to lose Pete. Job security. But it's lovely to know that, in a pinch, Brad would come in if P needs to go off and do something.
Yep.
Or
she could come to the V&A, couldn't she?
Yeah.
And visit me.
Yeah.
Because here the V&A is the Victoria and Albert Museum.
Veterans Administration.
Here it's the Victoria and Albert.
No, different. Totally
I know.
Yep.
I just said if she happened to come to it, she could come and visit me while she was here in England.
If she happened to come to it, she would visit you. Yeah, if Mariah has to be away, then Brad could sit in for Mariah. He did well enough. I don't know about the interaction between him and P, but wouldn't that be wonderful?
That would be fascinating, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And then I also wanted to say that I think the new site, it's fabulous. It's so easy to navigate. It's so easy to go through. Everything is there. Mariah and Brad did a great job.
Now, this is a coffee filter, so I've got to cut the coffee filter off because I want to see these lines, you see. That arrangement there. So I cut this off. And it's only paper, so I can go and do it with underwater, but it's better to give it a good cut first.
Yeah. Watch your
and get
finger
it off better. Scrape it off. So I'd do that all the way around, and then I'd paint it.
Patricia headlines, P&B.
And I think I'd probably paint it with the copper and use the darkening patina. So it would match with this then. Well, maybe not match exactly, but it would be close.
Yeah.
And I think that might be quite interesting.
Close with the color of the eyelets and grommets.
Yeah, exactly. Staying on theme. I mean, we don't have to have all of it in that color. We can have some in this dark silver that I did. But I want this in copper. The trouble with this stuff is that it does kind of stick because it's been glued down. So you've got this furry feel, but that doesn't matter because I didn't get it all off here. You can see that I've got a bit of texture from it on that. See?
Yeah. Yep.
Which is great. I'm just pulling as much of this off as I can get off.
I'll tell you what, Mariah, there's you, there's P. You've shared so much of Izzy, which is wonderful, and to see her on camera, and we're watching her grow, and
like we're all a load of aunties.
Yeah, exactly. And the cat, and now
we don't show the cat often enough.
No, but we hear the cat, and now we've had a taste of Brad, and it's okay if he doesn't want to be on camera. I don't want to be on camera. That's all right. But again, it just makes more community. It's just added to the community, Mariah, to bring in Brad. Now we have the family. The only thing missing is a hello from Van.
Yep, we need to have a hello from Van.
But I will say this: I missed P yesterday. Not that I didn't enjoy Brad being there, and I really love seeing you get to play. But yeah, it's kind of have our days with P.
Did she pull the one with the gloss medium? Or have you got that lined up for the next live?
Sunday?
Does she know about it yet? Or did I just give it away?
Mariah says it's still on the plate.
Oh.
So we'll see it pulled Sunday, I think. And let's flip a coin. Who's gonna pull it? Mariah or Patricia? Or will it be a short, I think that was said it could be a short.
Oh, no, I think it should be part of the live so we can hear what she says.
There you go, Mariah.
I want to know. It.
And yes, it should be part of the live, not a short.
Mm-hmm. I think I've got about as much of this off as I can. Now I just need to give it a painty job.
And hopefully everything she also wants to discuss them with everyone. Great feedback from the teacher. Wonderful.
Lovely.
And as I was saying, hopefully everything went well with Van. And he's recovering well.
Okay. Where's the copper?
What did you do with it?
What have I done with the copper?
Under the box.
Is it? No.
That's not it?
No. I'm looking for the copper paint, dear.
Okay. Good. All is good with Van. Good.
Right, where's the copper paint? Is it down here somewhere? I don't see it. Copper paint. Oh, there it is. Got it. Copper paint. Right, let's do the copper paint. I'm going to do it with that one. Now, I'll have to put a couple of layers on here. You know what I forgot to do? That's what I forgot to do. I'll take these things off that I'm going to paint because we don't want to get that all drippy up there. I don't think I want to paint that. I like it as it is. That's going to become a thing on the front. So I'll probably have to carve a stamp to go in there. Don't think I've got anything that will go in at the moment.
Right, and not so fun, and serious surgery, so.
Yeah. It's not playing, is it?
I hate it that when I watch you on YouTube, there's such a lag.
Sorry.
It's not your fault. It's.
It should be.
What was that? What do you say? What do you
say? You said sorry, and he said, as you should be.
No. Well, I am sorry. I didn't say it was my fault. I said I was sorry. Put on me. So I'm going to do this bit as well.
Good color.
Well, I do like the copper. It's my favourite. And you can do so much with it because you don't just do a green patina. Like I say, if I do the darkening, it's going to look like an ancient piece of machinery, which is what I have in mind.
I do both, Mariah. I bounce back and forth. When she's showing me something and being specific, like, can you see that? Can you see that? I have to bounce over to StreamYard because of the lag. And I'm only on one computer. So it's not like I have YouTube over on the laptop and StreamYard on the computer.
Yeah, you've got to stop and rearrange things. Yeah.
Yeah. But I like to see both ways. I can actually read chat better in YouTube than I can in StreamYard. For some reason, StreamYard, it's odd to me. It hurts my eyes. I strain.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, I don't know why. I have some Aphantasia disease or something. I don't know.
Do you? Oh, okay.
Or I just don't like it. I don't know. But reading chat, well, the other thing in YouTube chat, live chat, I can see that Mariah is a mod. I can see who's a mod, who isn't.
Whereas I don't need to see the chat at all.
Right. And I can see when someone posts hearts or emojis. We don't have the emojis in StreamYard.
Uh-huh.
I think if you see the emojis in StreamYard, you'll just see, especially the new ones, you'll just see, it'll say what it's supposed to be rather than the actual emoji.
That could explain a lot.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just daubing this on. You can't see, can you?
Yeah, the video in, I can see you're in there well enough. The video in YouTube lags and the chat in StreamYard lags. So, and not only that, but if I keep a peek on the YouTube video, then I'm seeing what you're seeing, what our visitors are seeing, and I feel better knowing, okay, you can see that is it buffering? Okay, Carrie, thank you. Can't wait to see the video.
Right on there. Yeah.
Yeah, what Fran said.
Sorry, I had my brush in between my teeth.
I know.
Yes, I can't wait to see the video.
That you have it set to dark mode. That doesn't sound annoying, Julie. Some people prefer that rather than the stark bright white screen.
Right, I'm going to leave that like that.
The
This
dark
one
mode
needs
is
a
good.
little touch there. And I want to put a bit on this one. Then I think we're done.
I use the dark mode automatically when I use Chrome in the incognito mode. I don't know if anybody uses that, but
Didn't know
sometimes
there was one.
you have the option. It's easier on the eyes sometimes.
I use the dark mode at night.
Well, that's a brightness thing. That's a brightness, darkness, the light. But sometimes our local news will put an article in my Facebook news feed, and I can't get to it without a subscription, the link.
Yeah.
But if I right click and go to it in a incognito mode, then I can read it.
You're going to have to tell me about that because I have that sort of problem with things as well. Didn't know there was anything you could do. I just left and went somewhere else.
Right? And I'm not trying to cheat him. Well, yeah, tricky. I'm not trying to cheat him or anything, but I just think it's pretty lousy of them to post it
and then not let you see it.
And then not let us see it. So.
Or you've got to sign up for emails, and I don't want to. I want to find out first whether this is something I want to find out about. You know what I mean?
Yep. But think about it. If there's a site you want to go to that has something like that, go up to your right click on the link, and you'll have an option to open in a new tab. Open in.
No, not on a phone. You don't.
Not on a phone. See, now I don't do the phone. I don't use the internet phone from my internet. I can't read that small. It's too annoying. But if you're on a computer or a laptop or a tablet and you have a choice with the browser, you can open it in tab or incognito. So what do you think? You're over your time? You want to?
I think this has got to dry before I can use it, you see. So I'm not going to be able to put it on. That's okay in its form as it is. And I reckon this is about enough. I might need one. Oh, I wanted to do that.
I'll remind everyone that Monday we'll see you Sunday in PMR stream, and we'll see the poll that Mariah did, and then we will be back Monday, back to our correct
time,
EU time. It will be 1:00 Central, and I'll have the list. So we will be back to norm instead of this later U.S. time. Fran will have.
Yes, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, well, it's not your fault. Don't be sorry, or as you should be. Whatever. Yeah, thank you everyone for being here.
Sorry for being a Brit.
No, you're not. Truly appreciate it. All the thumbs up. Truly appreciate it. Truly appreciate the conversation we had earlier. I really enjoyed that. Yolande gave us some great information. I hope everyone can see those links. If you come back quite a bit after the replay comes back, give the chat a bit to catch up. The chat will come back too. And then you'll be able to find those links. And if you can't, let me know. I'm happy to send you the links if you need them or want them. So we will see you all Sunday, and we will get piece feedback for Mariah and Brad and their show.
Yep. Brad and Mariah's show. Yeah. The Brad and Mariah show.
So we'll just
clean that.
Fran's got to
But
do her thing. So I'm not
I've just got to do this because I don't like to leave tools,
exactly.
especially with real metal paint, going all nasty and horrible. I will then, once this is clean, I will then say goodbye, and then I'll go and clean it again with soap and water under the sink, just to be absolutely sure. And then I'll eat some raspberries.
There you go. They've been waiting. Should I come back now?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Uh-oh. See, it did it again.
Yep, it did it again. Come on.
Think about
it. I pressed it. Thank you. There we are. Proper us. Right. So we are done for today. No nasty tools.
No, you clean them.
Hmm?
Because you said you clean them.
Oh, I see. Yes. Gotcha. Yes, I do.
Wash his hands.
Well,
virtual hug.
Here we go. Virtual hug. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Okay. Bye, everybody. Wash hands. Virtual hug. Yes, I'd have to leave my craft space as well. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too boring for you. I certainly had an absolute ball. We will see you again next time. Bye. Bye. Let me press a button. Bye. Come on.